Welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Eric, and this is the photography channel that isn't about photography, in so much as it isn't a technical channel. Today's episode is brought to you by, well, nobody. It's not sponsored by anybody. It's just me. I just like making videos. I'd like to talk a little bit today about creative block. Certainly if we pursue any kind of an artistic endeavor, whether it be photography or painting or writing or poetry, we're going to run into a wall every once in a while. Actually, it could apply to everyday life as well. The last month or so, I felt my photography was a little bit stale. You know, I was shooting a lot, but I just kept repeating myself, you know. Every time this has happened to me over the years, I've tried to challenge myself. Tried to start doing something a little different technique. I don't know, maybe it's shoot something I haven't shot before, which is hard when you've been shooting for 30 years. But one of the things I've done in the past is intentional camera movement. And introducing motion into photographs is something I've been pursuing the last couple of weeks. Now, that concept certainly isn't new. It's been around for a long time. In fact, I've been doing it since the film days as well. But it reminds me of a quote, Henri Cartier-Bresson. He was the father of street photography, a French photographer. Many of his famous photographs aren't very sharp. You know, he had a quote, he said, "Sharpness is such a bourgeois concept." And it certainly is counterintuitive if we consider the technology available to us today and the great lengths the manufacturers have gone to so that we can shoot sharp photographs. This Sigma 10 to 20 millimeter lens with its silent wave motors for autofocus. It's incredible. My Nikon D500 here, you know, it has 170 some odd focus points across the viewfinder so that I can select exactly what I want to be in focus. It'll even 3D track with back button focus, that's hard to say. Which I'll talk about in another video. But it'll 3D track a subject and shoot at 10 frames per second. So it's kind of counterintuitive to take this kind of technology. Oh, and in fact too, the Canon that I can't show you right now because it's filming me. But in video mode, it has dual pixel autofocus and face detect. I mean, I can move anywhere. I can move anywhere in the scene and it'll just track my face. That kind of technology is amazing, but they're still just tools, is what I'm getting at. Regardless of how sharp we can get an image, sometimes I like to go the opposite direction and unsharpen an image. Use intentional camera movement so that I can use the camera almost like a painter's brush, almost impressionistic, which is, I guess, for lack of a better word, that would be accurate, more abstract. What I like about this technique is the absolute simplicity of it. All you're doing is moving the camera through a slow shutter speed, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. I like to, I don't know, when I've experimented with it, I like to go from half a second to a second, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. You can use whatever shutter speed you want, whatever effect you want. The longer the shutter speed and the more the movement, the more abstract the image is going to look. I try to find a little bit of realism in the image, but some movement. But like I said, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Either the subject is moving and the camera is still, or the subject is still and you move the camera, or a combination of both. It's just absolute simplicity. So that's it. Just a short video today. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know how you guys get through any kind of creative block or any kind of block in any of your endeavors. Well, let's have a conversation. Here's some examples of intentional camera movement that I've been using the last little while in different situations. And I'm gonna make some barbecue. It's a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Leave me some comments. Later.